the second one, and etc. And so I wanted to talk briefly about how the JavaScript can talk with the HTML. So, so let's say I have a paragraph and I give it an ID of sure, demo. I'll take the bait. Let's do demo. Fine. Okay, this is the demo. Cool. So if I run that, there it is. This is the demo. So in JavaScript, you can select. So how would we change the background color of this using CSS? Who can tell me? Change it to red or whatever.
We would put body.
No, there's no body. Just for the specific paragraph tag right here.
You mean like .p? And then background, the color?
Closer. So if we did dot, what would dot mean? Why would we use dot?
Oh, it has to be the, my bad. Okay, it's an ID. Okay, just kidding. Okay, so hashtag demo.
Nice.
And then
I gave you background color red. Okay. Oh, it's live. Great. Cool. Right. So with this, we're like you caught, love that the hashtag stands for the ID. So for example, if I change this to class, I would need to put dot there, and then it would work. Right. Cool. So we can, and you mentioned a P the first time, I think. You can also do that because that will stand for any paragraph element. So if I went like this, and this had a demo 2, let's say, they would both be red because it selects all paragraph elements. But if I went like ID demo 2, it would only do the second one. It's a class. So yeah, so it only does the second one, right? So anyways, we should be familiar with that at least a little bit, right? CSS talks to this. Yeah. So let's change this one to an ID just for switching it up. So similarly, we can use JavaScript in a similar way as CSS to select items. So this right here is how we select something with CSS. So with JavaScript, we can do this in a few ways. So there's one thing called get element by ID. And you can just Google that if you forget it, how to select something with JavaScript, how to select an HTML element with JavaScript. Oh, whoops, I forgot. You got to put document. So does it show me all the stuff? Yeah, so if you put document in JavaScript, it has a bunch of built-in things. Like you see this is drop down now, location, window, etc. There's a bunch of things you could use. And one of those is get element by ID. See, it's one of the drop downs. And with that, based on the name, what do you think it does? Just in the name, get element by ID.
Demo?
What?
Demo?
What? Yeah, but what about demo?
Yeah.
Like,
I get what she's saying. Like the ID, it'll get like a specific ID, like you put it in the parentheses, I'm assuming.
Good. Yeah, exactly. So one, you could put demo there, and it's going to grab this thing. Yeah, and so if we console log this, let's put it in the variable to keep ourselves organized. That's another thing. Do you guys have like a chance to do organize things in variables so it's easier to work with? So I'll save that in the variable called element. So then I can console log element like that. And I'm gonna tag it element like that. Okay. So now if we look in the console, it says null. Why isn't that working? Document.get element by ID demo. Should work. What am I missing? Demo, that's the ID. Oh wait, I put hashtag equals. My brain was like, okay, there we go. Oh, this is interesting. It's kind of cool. I wasn't expecting that, but it's kind of nice. Wait, what the heck? Wow. What is... Okay. Cool. So we selected the element. Usually it looks different, but this is nice too. So we selected the element, and in that element, we have a bunch of things, as you can see. Can I make this even bigger? No, can't make it, whatever. But yeah, so see, there's a useful one we can easily... Class name would have been nice, but okay, here's a good one. Inner HTML. There's a bunch of them. So you can interact with things. Like you select it, you can change the class name of it. You can change the color. You can make it when you click on it, it does something, et cetera, et cetera. Like anything you would imagine on a, that happens on websites, we can do. So one of them is called, oh, look at inner text. This is the demo. See, and that's what I wrote there. This is the demo. That's another one, inner text. So we have access to that in this variable called element. So we can say element dot inner text, or inner text equals, and we can put a new value there. And I'll take the bait again, hello world. So if I run it, now it says hello world here, even though it's supposed to be this is demo. I overwrote it using JavaScript. Nice. Any questions about that?
No.
Yeah, and you can Google this again when you're going to do it on your own. And so another one you can do is, let's do it again. So const element2, we'll call this one, document dot, you can use query selector. And with query selector, so get element by ID is only working for the ID, as you would probably imagine. We can also choose, with query selector, you can choose an ID or a class. And so similar to CSS, what do we put in CSS to choose a class?
A period.
Period. And then we put the name, which would be demo2, right here. So now we're selecting this other one. And now we can say element2 dot inner text. whatever, hola, and it shows up there. Yeah, and so you can Google like how, instead of saying document.query selector. I mean, okay, so inner text is one of the many things. So we could do like element dot look at here. This is giving us one style dot color dot red. So style is a way you can change the color. So I could say, let's change it to red. Sure. Wait, element is the first one. Yeah. So we'll do that. And now it's red. Element dot style. One of the, if you finish the project early, you can make a clickable thing, which I'll let you guys discover on your own. You can Google it. There'll be element dot something. And obviously I named these my own, so you can name it anything. I could say unicorn, and then it would still work because it's just a variable name. You can name it whatever you want, and that would still do everything. So yeah. So at some point you'll use that in the project. Any questions about that?
Not at the moment.
Cool, cool. Yeah, and you probably won't memorize it right now, but you're going to
Right.
need to do it, and then you'll look it up, and yeah. Cool. So yeah, we're going to jump into the project. What I'm thinking of doing is creating some breakout rooms so we can have like 2 people in each breakout room. You can have someone to talk to, ask questions. And I want to be able to like jump into breakout rooms and ask you to share your screen, see how it's going. And we kind of just keep working on that. So we're going to be working on the excuse generator. It's an excuse generator module. Let me create some breakout rooms. All right, we got Brandon, Christian, the other Christian, Gabriel, Israel, Jackie, Love, and Shailene. 8. So I'll create 4 breakout rooms. And so let me make these really quick. So while I'm talking, you can start opening up the project, fork the repo, and all that good stuff. We got and then Christian Israel. So yeah, Carlos, I was thinking of like giving them some minutes to do it completely on their own, and then we can start jumping into different rooms and
Sure.
share the screen, ask them, what are you thinking of? And
Yeah, I'll use the time to create some
Perfect.
previous projects. And by the way, guys, if you haven't submitted some of the projects, just make sure to try to do it so you can keep on going and you don't have any projects missing. Okay.
Okay.
Perfect. All right, guys, we can head out to the breakout rooms, and I'll be checking in with you guys.